Hello guys, welcome to the final part of my historical battles for Napoleon Total War. As playing as France this time. As I've already moved 6-pounder horse artillery. As you can see, there's a lot of artillery here. Both sides there's a lot of artillery, but I'm starting to move my force over here because I'd already tried this battle once or twice, failed at it by only like 5 seconds, and I know the Prussian reinforcements come from over here. I know this is a long battle, so I'm just gonna start fast forwarding it here. So yeah, it takes a while. So I already have moved over a good amount of my cavalry. As I guess I could have sat and waited for them, but I felt like being a bit impatient at that time. So I just get ready to flank them. So I have moved some grenadiers, fusilier, and another fusilier, and 2 lancer units over here to repel the Prussian reinforcements, which is not much. Very weak reinforcements. Though, as you guys could have seen if you watched the British version, I played as the British, that the Prussian reinforcements came from over there and reinforced instead of over here, which is kind of a bit different for some reason. I don't know why they did that. Yeah, here comes the Prussian force right now. So the musketeers get to the line. So their flag should appear in a second. Yep, there we go. So that's when I noticed that, because I was paying attention to this flank for the most part, as I start rushing my cav all the way over. So I'm going to stop taking my time getting my forces over here. So I believe I started sending another unit or 2 over. Yeah, I started sending all my cav over. I'm rushing around here just to try and get my guys around this area. So my Cap's just going to sit here looking pretty for a few minutes until I decide to charge into the back of these Dutch light dragoons, Dutch light infantry, and 6-pounder horse artillery. But the Prussian force is going to get a couple volleys on my fusiliers of the line before I can get them fully lined up, unfortunately. That's when I move the line back. Though it's just going to mess them up a little bit more. See, take about 13 losses in the first volley. Deal with that. I was focused on this side of the battlefield because I needed to take the Prussian force out before I could really get any good flanking position to take out the British very slowly but surely. As you can see, volley. So my grenadiers are going to take a few friendly fire losses. Not too many, if at all. I don't know if they did. No. That's just other friendly British, French. Yeah, these musketeers aren't gonna last long against my superior French force. And then I noticed the Prussian reinforcement over here in Landwehr and the musketeer units was going in this direction of my cav, so I just moved them over there. Yeah, I'm gonna get such a good flanking fire on these Prussian forces. They're just gonna get slaughtered in this little area here. is the first main part of this battle. Just me taking out the Prussian force. That's why I fast forwarded it at the beginning, 'cause it's going to be at least mildly close from the ending. The amount of time you get to do this battle. There goes the first musketeer unit. It's the general and some calves just arrived. So I have to yet again move my cav back, because I'm afraid I'm going to get charged by the landwehr, which really wouldn't do much. I kind of created this little happy phase here to give good flanking fire on these units, to quickly take them out. Just ultimate slaughter right here. Then I get charged while I'm not paying it. Let me say if I'm not paying attention or not. Nope, I get him into a square. Which is a very good thing. Very, very good thing. Not a perfected square at all. But Von Blucher. I'm not even going to attempt to say that again. But the Dragoons charge in and gets the square at the same time as the general, and they're just going to get ultimately killed in battle very, very quickly as my two remaining Fusilier and Grenadier just take out this landwehr. Why I'm getting some fire from this Grenadier of Line into these cav units, which is getting quickly taken out by my square. So I killed Jabard, or that's a weird name, but I rattled that landwehr in 118 men. 118 men. But this cav, as you can see, is just gone. It's just gone. I mean, they just instantly got, what do you call it? A morale drop. Couldn't remember that for a second. But either way, I was gonna form a square with these other units, but didn't need to. See, I'm still moving this unit over, Grenadiers of the Line. Have Chasseurs et Cheval and another Cuirassier waiting for field orders. So my artillery taking some losses. So I'm trying to take out their artillery, but not doing too well. I'm gonna start fast forwarding again, because like I said, this is long time. But the Prussian reinforcement is already dwindled to about 3 units. The artillery, a musketeer, and a landwehr. So for some reason, sometimes it just doesn't want to make them run, but here they start running and to quickly charge this artillery piece. As I start moving my units that I had over here, you're ready to flank the British. We didn't take too many losses. The main loss was the Fusilier of Line that took the most damage. From earlier, the Grenadiers of Line took damage due to, kind of getting messed up first. Quickly took out that artillery. Shouldn't surprise too much. So all that remains is their escort and 1 guy. Or 4 guys, I guess. Rather, they all are. Either way, I have my cav getting ready to charge the enemy. So I try to keep my old guard and everything that I had remaining from taking too many losses from already, which is I automatically move them down the hill. Then I charge my cav in against this Dutch Light Dragoon. Do damage quickly. They did form a square for once. Yeah, I decided to form a square. Is whatever remained of the Prussian reinforcement started to move in on my artillery for some reason. Move my cav back again because they're getting shot. Just making my guys slowly go up the hill. For the most part, that's a good amount of the battle so far. It was just that and a little cav charge there for the artillery and 1 here. I still have a good amount of my cav. Then I finally decided to charge my cav up against this artillery, which it really isn't. I mean, it's doing damage, but not enough. It doesn't really be much complaint. But I made my artillery start targeting this infantry, which is going to be a very good idea, because once they get close, it's going to turn into canister shot mode. So I'm going to charge in against the artillery. They're going to quickly rout, and then Earl of Uxbridge charges in against me. Just going to do damage quickly. And my cav is going to hold out against Earl of Uxbridge. My men are still walking.
Our men are running, sir!
As I've pretty much lost my cav. As of right now. They're gone. They will be gone. As these musketeers are going to make their very slow march towards my artillery. That's when I start firing canister shot at them. Canister is going to quickly slaughter them before they even get close to my artillery. Oh yeah, there's the losses starting to be taken. See, I'm starting to... Still walking, either way. Let's focus on me slaughtering these musketeers first. Making their slow walk. Very terrible idea. Oh yeah, look at that one. That was took about 6-7 men there. Another. Oh my god, they're dropping like flies. Oh, canister shot's definitely useful even at distance. All that remains is the landwehr, and they're just going to start getting hit by canister too at the same time. So they're going to get a bit more concentrated, because it's four pieces of artillery of like 4 with a little bit dwindle. But oh my god, so there goes, there they go. So I finally get my guys up here to take out this Dutch line infantry, as my grenadiers are a bit farther behind. These grenadiers are just gonna get crap in their face at first. It's this land where it's gone, turn my artillery, and I think I'm gonna start focusing on this house, but it's not gonna go for very long. Took a few losses from the building. I start moving my artillery, my cav over to this other side. Then at this point, the 4-second Black Watch decides to fire over here.
Look out, sir! That one means to kill ya.
Here goes the volley from my grenadiers. Boom! These grenadiers just aren't going to have their way. They are going to have their way with this Dutch line infantry, but either way. Square, 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 square everywhere. So these Earl Uxbridge just... Yeah, they're going to make that weird charge down the line that you see in multiplayer all the time. And I got a couple of men into my line. These Dutch line infantry quickly rout. So I still have my force remaining here. So my cav quickly, very slowly make their way around. And there's so much cav left at this point. Kind of breaks the square. Somehow they're just not dying. Quickly move my units up to take out this 42nd Black Watch. So Earl of Uxbridge is going to end up routing that Fusilier of the line.
Our men are running,
There it goes. The 42nd Black Watch is going to reassemble. So they're going to get a charge into my other Fusilier of the line unit. For some reason, Earl of Uxbridge just will not die at this point. So my artillery is now focusing on this Dutch flankers unit. This couple of shots took up on Duke of Wellington. I think Earl of Uxbridge is going to yet again rout another unit of my Fusiliers of line. But he's going to end up routing himself with my Fusilier of line.
Our men are running, sir.
There he goes, like I said. All that remains of my force in this area is these two Grenadiers of the line. So far my flanking force isn't doing so well. That's because the most elite of the elite British forces stand over here. As these forces like a block watch are going to put up a really, really great fight against my Grenadiers. For the most part, just getting dwindled down slowly but surely. As they're just not going to last too much longer due to all the fire that's coming in. So I'm moving my cav up to get ready to make a charge into whatever remains of the British cav, which is not much. It's been hit a lot by my artillery. So this 42nd Black Watch finally decides that we don't want to be here anymore and routes. There it goes. So that's another unit that I don't have to deal with anymore. As I get ready to move up for some reason. I did that. Move my units up to shoot at the Duke of Wellington. Well, you know, sometimes for some reason the way. Where's my? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Confused. And my remaining force gets charged. That's all I can say is it gets charged. That's when I have to charge in my Chasseurs H. Aval and my Cuirassiers. Or I move them over while my final infantry units over here are getting charged.
Our men are running,
to take out, I think, what remains of the enemy artillery. That's what I think I'm doing. So there's no cannons left here. There's no use charging them. I think all I'm going to do... Yep, there I go. 6-pounder horse artillery. I noticed these guys aren't anymore charging, so charged up these guys. For some reason, that foot unit decided to leave its post. But either way, I'm going to quickly take out that cannon. That artillery piece. As the British force is starting to look a bit low here. Then I changed my direction as soon as I took out the artillery to the Duke of Wellington, just down to 11 men. So I took a few losses to the stakes there. I lose one unit. I'm about to. I just decided to do somewhat of a side charge, and that's when they all charge in. The Duke of Wellington's already almost dead. Is one of my Fusiliers of line decide to return from when they routed earlier. Is it seems like the Duke of Wellington has now routed his place. There he is, leaving his post and his men. And as soon as the Duke of Wellington dies, it's just a huge mass charge of British force.
Our men are running,
Literally
sir.
all that happens, and I lose my cav up here. I'll lose one of them, and that's when I have to start moving my force up, because that's when I decide to charge with this Michael Ney cav unit. My artillery is going to get charged here, unfortunately. So I have to charge this other artillery. Or my cav unit, funny, into this lifeguard and dragoon unit, which weren't much
running,
anyways.
sir.
So that's when I have to start moving my old guard up to the flank. There's not much force British remaining. There's not. I have a lot of force remaining. I have full units at this point. So my old guard's just gonna get charged here at this point. Should have used the young guard, but that's what was at that point my best decision. My old guard gets charged. I try to fall them back, but it doesn't work. They're just gonna get continuously charged. So I do save one artillery piece, and whatever remains of my cav just makes a good charge down the enemy line. So I'm continuing to try to reform to a point. So my old guards, for some reason, is going to continue the charge. I try to tell them to move back, and this is decide to charge. But my cav's just going to be the helper in this battle, or the end of this battle. Because all I have to do here is hold the line, which is easy to do here. So my cav's just kind of getting surrounded here, and this is when the mass melee charge continues to my
Our
old
men
guard.
are running, sir.
What routed? Oh, my artillery piece decided to rout. Oh yeah, because they were down to 2 men. That makes sense. Yeah, all my artillery's gone. That foot guard unit's just gonna get slaughtered. My young guard, both of them, or at least my Fusilier of the line. So I'm gonna charge whatever remains of my cav into this rifle unit. So I'm trying to form a flank here, but my old guard just wants to be in a charge for no exact reason possible. Another old guard just gonna slaughter this King's German Legion foot. Then finally, that unit that was with my old guard finally decided to rout. It was a foot guard, and yeah, the British force is now gone. So that is the end of my historical battles, you guys. I'll see you guys in the next Napoleon Total War, whatever else video. Yeah, I believe there is no stat screen for this replay. Oh, never mind. So, peace. And there will be a multiplayer soon.